Greetings, this is Kevin Jefferson, father of the Forex fam and followmytrades.com, here with Trade Theory for Thursday, 5th of May, May 5th, 2022. It's just after market close, so it's 4:15 Central Standard Time on May 5th, 2022. And I just wanted to kind of come back and follow up to the video that I posted last evening regarding Bitcoin and then the indices. So the price point, the daily price point, the 37.4520, which I had been discussing for a while, has been broken today. And the difference between yesterday and today is that the European markets, the London session, the London market was not open when the interest rates decision came out. So that all played out today, and it drove the Bitcoin down lower. I want to discuss also the complex pullback that I discussed. That price, that higher price didn't actually close above the previous higher high on the way down, or the previous pullback, and so it wasn't a legitimate complex pullback. And there were some concerns with that even as I was speaking it. And those are the little details that you have to pay attention to. But nevertheless, we were prepared for, if we had a close below 37.4520, what we were looking to do. And that just shows the further weakness in the Bitcoin and also in the other market areas that I'll get to in a second. And this has been something that I've been discussing for the better part of maybe a little over a year as it relates to Bitcoin showing weakness. Just technically speaking, obviously it's interesting to see, and even with US 30 and S&P 500, when they start to fall apart, but you can see the signs of weakness or strength even before, I guess, a real event happens. Or a news event happens, I guess I should say. So what I've done here is I still have my buy trades on, which I'm okay with keeping those on because I'm looking for, it hasn't hit my stop out first, but secondly, I'm looking for a little bit more efficient of an entry. So I'm going to hop out of the trade just right around 37.4520, and then I've got a limit order on for it to sell at 37.4520, and then we'll be shorting Bitcoin versus the dollar. And the expected target, should that actually occur, so if it pulls back and actually catches my order and closes my other orders out, what I'm expecting is it to continue lower, first down at least to maybe the 26,925.86 area, so just shy of the 27,000, and then my target point would be 21,279.26, so getting down to around 21,000 from where we are right now with Bitcoin. So that's what I'm expecting to happen. We'll have to look and see. Hopefully my trade will get taken, but we'll just wait that out. It'll probably take us some hours to see that happen. So we'll just step back from that. But I want to look at the US 30, which is the Dow Jones replicator. Last night I was talking about how we had a level one long here, which price had moved back up, and then it's come back and it closed back short. So now one thing to note, first of all, anytime you have a trend reversal, that's always the weakest or the lowest probability or lowest reliability setup, because market can shift directions immediately again, as it did today. But on the flip side of that, a lot of times when you have a trend invalidation, where and all the trend invalidation is when price is going in one direction and it turns around and technically becomes an uptrend when the market was trending down, or a downtrend when the market was trending upward. So the market was trending down. We had a trend reversal, a trend invalidation, and a level one long here yesterday, and then came back, and now we have another trend invalidation and a level one short here for today. Now, when I see that, a lot of times things that can happen is price will come back again and maybe establish another level one long. So be mindful of that. That's a possibility if you're looking to make action on the US 30. And then the same for the US 500, which is the S&P replica. We had the level one long and then the move back. Now, this has not actually gone and closed short. The market closed before that could actually close short. So that's something to pay attention to, that this is actually technically off of a long, the S&P 500, and then the NASDAQ, which had a big loss today. This was actually still pulled back from a downward trending motion yesterday. As I mentioned, this was the index that was actually still trending downward, and it's doing the same today. So I'd watch those for possible reversals on the Dow, and possible continuations long on the US S&P 500, but there's a real heavy sentiment in my mind that the market is ready to continue to give up some value, and so that means to drop at some point in time. So there may be some buying up a little bit, but then I wouldn't be surprised if it does buy up. But if it continues to fall, that would not be out of alignment either. So looking at those, definitely not going to take a trade because we had the level one long and then the level one short again. it could come back up. So I'd be willing to watch it for another day, especially with tomorrow being non-farm payrolls and it being a Friday, which means you don't really have many other opportunities to get back on the other side of this trade if it knocks you out until next week. So we might as well watch it. But I do, since I already have interest in the Bitcoin, I already put myself in position to see what's going to happen there. So it could, it could turn around and shoot back up, and it would have to come all the way back up here to become a technical uptrend again, which is a long way up. But I wouldn't be surprised if price pulled back and consolidated these EMAs, which are starting to spread out. Price coming back, catch some orders up here. People who think this is an opportunity to buy, they'll catch those buyers in a trap, and then they'll sell out and the bottom will fall out. So we'll see what happens there. I just wanted to give you some updates on what happened, after today's markets. A lot of people really lost money, but that's why you need an efficient system in place that produces the risk responsible returns and cash flow even in markets like these. So to learn more about what we do, find us at fmtrades.com. Choose the DIY option if you're into doing this yourself. And if you're not into doing this yourself, but you do like getting cash flow, hit the DIY button and let's set up a phone call and talk about it. All right, until next time, I hope you guys have a wonderful 5th of May and happy trading.